So today we saw couple of unrivaled games where I thought the Fever players all played really well. I thought the best player for the Hive for most of that game was Kelsey Mitchell. I thought she had a good game, albeit her team isn't great. I thought Aaliyah, again, absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic for the Phantom was plus 16 for them. But I did feel like this was one of those performances where you're just like, okay, this is what Lexi Hull does. This is why Lexi Hull is such an important player. And again, as long as we don't see Lexi Hull, when it comes to Lexi Hull, as long as she's not looking for a max, contract, I'm absolutely fine in every circumstance with the Indiana Fever keeping Lexi Hull. So in today's game, she didn't score that many points. She didn't shoot that well. Because in fairness, she hasn't been shooting well at all. But if you guys look here, it's only 6 points in 10 minutes. They lost that game by 4 and they were plus 8. At one stage, she was plus 13. Kalia Copper had 21 points. I didn't think Copper was good today. I thought their best lineup was their original starting five. Was Azare, Lexi Hull, and Chelsea Gray. I thought that was their best lineup. And there was a couple of possessions here that I'm going to show you guys that basically sums up why Lexi Hull was so important. So we're going to see it here. It's on the screen. I can't show full footage because of copyright. So basically, the rows are way ahead. The rows are way ahead here. I think they go up like 10 points here, and then they bring it back to 3. So what happens when they bring it back to 3? Lexi Hull gets it inside. Chelsea Gray gets the ball to Lexi Hull here. Lexi Hull drives baseline here. Boom. She gets the layup. So that is this possession. The next possession here. Where are we? She goes, scroll back. Oh my God, sorry. I can't skip. I have to skip through some of these because of copyright, which is annoying, which is extremely annoying. I can only watch like a second at a time. So basically, obviously, she goes and makes that layup, which is obviously important. And the possession after that, she goes or right before that, sorry, she took the steal here. She took the steal here right before that. So they're down. It's a 3-point game. They're running down. And right before she gets a score, she comes off this screen and goes and gets a big steal. Big steal, then comes down and scores the next possession. The following possession, she takes a charge. She goes and takes a very nice charge from Alyssa Thomas. And, the steal was right after the score. Then they come down. They're running. Kalia Copper puts up a crazy shot, misses. The ball falls. It's an offensive rebound by Lexi Hull. Ball goes to Chelsea Gray. Chelsea Gray misses the shot. Chelsea Gray goes and gets her own rebound. And Chelsea Gray goes and takes it on. And I think she scores this shot. Sorry about the constant pausing. I do really... And ironically, if that missed, Lexi Hull has the offensive rebound. The following possession here. They're coming down. They come down. And Lexi Hull comes off a screen. Draws the offensive foul. And you're like, okay, shit. Suddenly it's a 7-point game. And I think she got another steal at one stage. Does she get an offensive rebound here? Sorry, I can't really show too much of it here. So she plays good defense here. They missed a shot. She comes up with a defensive rebound again. Like, it's not really that much of a crazy play. Chelsea Gray comes down the floor with the ball here to end the quarter. Lexi's out there being guarded by Brittany Sykes. Chelsea Gray is just dribbling down with the ball. And Copper goes and gets the post up. Kalia Copper comes in, takes a tough shot. They're up 9. And even though she didn't score, she scored 2 points in that run. That 6-0 run. That should have won them the game. They then went out in the second half to start it off, and they were struggling a little bit. They subbed Lexi Hull back in, and they go on a run. They go on a run with Lexi Hull on the floor. Lexi Hull being plus 8 and being at one stage plus 13. She was plus 13 in a game they were in absolute control of. But it does seem like this team had not lost an unrivaled game. And by the way, Kalia Copper didn't play that much last year. Like, Chelsea Gray doesn't need Kalia Copper. And it's funny, like, when we're talking about a defense, like, Lexi Hull was benched in the last game for defensive reasons, and they go and cook. They go and get cooked. When it comes down to it, Lexi Hull is what she is. She is an absolute hustle player, and somebody that is genuinely gonna be one of those like a game-changing hustle player. And she's like, these are momentum shifting plays that she makes, and there's a difference between what Lexi Hull does and what is obviously seen as quote unquote good defense in most scenarios. Lexi Hull is literally she is a game-changing defender. She is a game-changing hustle player. She can change the momentum of a game. And if you guys agree, subscribe. We are back above 202 at 57,200 subscribers. We almost went back down. We got above it and we almost went right back down 57.2k. We're just trying to stay above it. We're just trying to stay above 57.2. That's all we're trying to do. But at the end of the day, there is no other Lexi Hull. Like, they win that game if Lexi Hull plays more minutes today. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. This was a team that absolutely is better. Is better with Lexi Hull on the floor than Kalia Copper. I hate to say it, but like, I'm not saying Lexi Hull is better than Kalia Copper. I'm saying this team, Rose team is currently better with Lexi Hull on the floor than it is with Kalia Copper. Like, they lost the game because they took Lexi Hull out. Like, she had the laces in hell, and then when she's off the floor, offense is easier. Offense is just easier when she's on the floor, when she's off the floor, because on any given possession, you can't really run pick and rolls because she can just blow up a pick and roll and take a charge. It's hard to make passes because depending who she guards, she might just be there. On the defensive end, you can't take possessions off, no matter who you are, because if you do, she's going for an offensive rebound. Like, she annoys the fuck out of the other team, and it's very obvious. Look, again, this type of crazy, almost excessive hustle is definitely more important in 3v3 than 5v5. And I'm not saying that it's that she's not important. I think the only reason the Fever shouldn't keep her is if they are it's one of those things where it's like, they're fucked if they don't. Like, they're fucked if they do. Like, if keeping her means they're not going to be able to keep Lexi Hull, or not Lexi Hull, Aaliyah Boston or Caitlin Clark at post-rookie deals. Or if she gets like a 4-year max, signs some sort of a 4-year max deal and ends up playing, we just can't match that. That's fine. But whatever team ends up with Lexi Hull is going to get a literal one-of-a-kind player. And I hope that it is the Fever, because I hope somebody's not absolutely someone doesn't absolutely destroy their salary cap by giving her so much money.